out the cartels instead of fucking putting them in front of firing squads like you want to do.
Listen, nobody's missing those guys. All right,
You're a real piece of shit, Matt.
I mean, what am I supposed to say, Danny? Sorry.
You should just go join China.
Yeah, you should.
Oh wait till they take over.
Shane loves China.
You should,
Shane is
you should just join their side,
bro. They come when they come in. There's it'll be execution. They'll be wiping you out.
Shane visited China once when he was like 13 years old.
Take me out then.
He thinks it's the coolest place
Yeah,
ever.
I went to China.
Where'd you go?
Well, we stayed in Guangzhou most of the time.
So now he thinks he's like a local there. He's like, bro, quit talking shit about China, bro. I've been there, bro. Just like he was born.
That's exactly what I said, man.
He was born in Pittsburgh. He was there for like a week, and now he thinks he's like a Pittsburgh. He's a Yinzer. He's a Pittsburgh fan because he was there. For
that means
he was there for the first week of his life, so he thinks he's like a local Pittsburgh. He's like,
why were you in China?
My uncle married some girl from China.
Nice.
We stayed over there with her family and shit. Yeah.
Which uncle?
On my dad's side.
The uncle was at your grandma's house?
No, that's on my mom's side.
How'd that work out? Good? Still married?
You still with her?
I don't know. I think so.
Huh.
China was pretty cool.
Does China have a lot of mail order brides?
I don't know.
I wonder if China, if you can get, if you
I think
get mail.
that's a Russia thing.
Russia and
there's
China?
there's tons of them from South America too. Like there's tons of women that will come here to be married to an American. I mean, they'll pay
to get your green card.
Yeah, well,
right.
Yeah,
to be a citizen,
you don't even
because there's the
citizenship.
Because the United States has the human right, or the human rights freedoms in the United States are unlike any other country, right? Especially China and Russia.
I suppose.
I don't know about that, but that's what they're pitching.
That's what they're pitching, bud. I wonder if people in Russia and China get mail order brides from the U.S.
Too
No.
expensive.
Come on,
No,
The billionaires probably do.
nobody wants these American women.
I bet you
they're a
some
problem.
Chinese billionaires.
They're not
flying
listen.
in
They're
some
not
white women.
obedient. They don't listen.
that's true.
They want stuff.
That's true.
You get some chick from China, like, did you ever see the Eddie Murphy Raw where he's like, look, they're just happy, like, they got some shoes. Like, you bought them some regular shoes. They're like, oh, Eddie, thank you for these shoes. You know, they're like, so, yeah.
Shane loves China.
Well, I mean, that's good. I'm telling you, it's going to go bad. It's going to go. It probably might not be for 25 years.
You think 25 years China's taking us over?
I think that it's
25 years?
So you know what's funny is, like, we're saying this right now, but let's say 5 years from now they invade Taiwan, they just take it over, and then you go,
That's gonna be less than 5 years, don't you think?
I don't know. I'm shocked they haven't done it this year.
Yeah.
But like, to me, then you go, oh, okay, well, then they kind of back off, like, yeah, that's it, and then suddenly, you know, they invade, like, you know, Pakistan. They have, like, issues with on the border of Pakistan.
And you don't think the U.S. instantly starts seeing some red flags and starts fucking around over there?
U.S. ain't gonna fuck around with them, though.
And listen, this isn't like going against
We've been fucking around over there with everybody the whole time.
The U.S.
the U.S. and China.
Not China, but Afghanistan.
Yeah, but
and stuff. We're not afraid to go over.
Afghanistan, their military was like the South Carolina National Guard. I mean, it was ridiculous.
But you think we're just
like,
going to let China keep taking shit over?
I think
we keep doing it. Yeah,
yeah,
the US
because eventually they get so big that you're like, look,
They've been
full-out
doing it.
war is a
So
full-out
who are they
war.
taking over so far?
I mean, they've been pushing back. First of all, they constantly have battles or disagreements with. Is it Pakistan or India? I think it's Pakistan. What? No. So I mean,
Not sure.
You know, so they're also they're also trying to expand. You know, they're doing a lot of stuff, and I know what you're going to say. America did the same thing and everything. The problem is they're doing it better. So they have a better long-term policy,
Yeah.
and in the end, their goal is that they are going to continue to take over these. Look, they're surrounding us right now. You know, they're in South America right now. Like there's a ton of Chinese in Peru. I mean, eventually
Chinese companies.
and Chinese. Like I have a, but
What does it matter if there's some Chinese people living there? What does that matter?
No, not some. I mean, a lot. Like they're going in, they're building factories, they're building all throughout, and they're hiring. You know, they're hiring those workers, and what they're doing is it's influence. They're trying to push their influence, and at some point, that influence shifts against the United States. That's all I'm saying. Like the funny thing is like you have to look out for your interests.
Yeah, but how many people can they take over that we're not friends with? You know?
I mean, first of all, our friends are fleeting. You know, even the thing with Afghanistan. Like, did you see almost all of our allies are like, you just pulled, you never asked, you pulled out, you didn't tell us this is coming. Like, they're scrambling to get out of Afghanistan because like 80% of all the troops there are like the United States. I don't know if it's exactly 80, but there was a ton. Like, they just did it. So our allies are furious at us. You know, so I mean, it just gets to be an issue. It's just credibility, and eventually people start saying, "Look, we're just not going to back you," and China's too powerful. And so, what do you do when they start taking over these little countries?
The United States has been bending the knee to China for a while. No matter what they do, they've been bullying us.
Yeah. No, listen, not to say we didn't bully them for a long time, and everybody else. And I get it. It's like, but to say, okay, well, then now it's our turn to take some crap.
Well, that's karma.
I disagree.
Yeah, sure.
Is it unfair? Yeah. Is it unfair that that we pushed a whole bunch of people around for decades, and now they're pushing us around?
Enslaved people. I mean, fuck it.
They have slavery there now. I mean, they take people in from North Korea and they harvest them for their fucking organs.
What is that? What is
making your Nikes that you're wearing?
I don't have Nikes. There's an entire area in China that basically they're like starving to death. They have intern camps.
Right.
Can you punch up intern camps in China? Internment. I said
what is an internment camp?
It's basically nice. It's insanity. I love it. I didn't even see that. Frank Amadeo.
Frank looks 20 years younger in that photo.
Yeah, well, that was a while ago. That was before he did 10 years in prison.
Internment camp.
Yeah, China.
No, but China has a really big organ industry.
Yeah.
Harvesting organs for people.
Oh, that's it right there. Wait, what is it called? Ying's internment camp?
Oh, yeah, they have camps.
Right. There's like a whole section of their population that they're basically going after and putting in these camps.
For what? What are these camps?
I don't know. They got some problem with...
Click on that photo again, Aiden, the top one. All right, now click on the link, the Wikipedia link. Yeah, right there.
They got some problem with the ethnicity of this group
of
people.
The Yin Yang Internment Camp, officially called the Vocational Education and Training Centers by the government of China, are internment camps operated by the government of the... I'm not going to even try to say that. And the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. Human Rights Watch say that they have been used to indoctrinate Uyghurs and other Muslims since 2017 as part of a People's War on Terror, a policy announced in 2014. The camps have been criticized for alleged human rights abuses, including mistreatment, rape, and torture by the governments of many countries and human rights organizations. Huh.
Yeah, that's not the segment of the population that I'm talking about. There's an entire area. Somebody, I'm sure guys will scream and holler that you're talking what I'm talking about. That there's an entire area that they're going in. It's like saying,
yeah, I've heard this. They have camps there where they basically enslave people.
Right. It's like if suddenly the United States government said, you know what, we're going to go after all the Puerto Ricans.
Right.
Like that's what's happening. Is they're saying we don't like this section of our population.
Right. I've heard of that.
It's really an area that of China, and so they're going after and they're grabbing all those guys. And they're putting them in, and they're starving them to death. And there's all kinds of human rights violations, and they're putting them in these camps. I mean, it's so yeah. I mean,
and there's nothing that we can do about it. Like normally, if this was another country, United States would go in there and fucking destroy them, right? But it's China, so we don't do anything.
At least we complain. Like, what we complain a little bit. They're like, so what? Do you want your do you want your ab rollers and your Nikes and your cell phones? Well,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
We'd like that. Okay, well then shut up.
Then shut
bro.
the
What
fuck up,
care?
United States. Right.
So, but the problem is, at some point, it does become your problem, and then you turn around and you go, well, wait a second. Well, why didn't somebody say something, earlier? And you're like, well, because we were getting cell phones and we were happy and we got to watch sitcoms and we're good. We got TikTok, so why complain that much? It's kind of what it reminds me of. It's kind of like the Holocaust.